Hey guys, welcome to the Karen Show with Sharon is Karen, Season 1, Episode 3. Hello everyone, my name is Vincent Rivera, and across the table is Christian Haskell.
Hi everyone. Obviously he can't speak right.
No, I can't English. Perks of learning 3 different languages at the same time. Today, like many other days, we're here to annihilate Karens, male Karens, shitty bosses, or really anyone that you dislike. Let's get started.
Let me talk to your manager.
Fuck you, Karen. So today's a special occasion. Usually I let Christian go first, but I'm going to go ahead and take the cake on this one and call out this bitch that was on my Facebook. So as some of you listeners may know, if anyone really listens to this garbage, I help my wife run her business called Rivera's Crafts and Baskets, right? So I posted a basket that she was trying to sell on the local buy-sell trade sites, and this fucking bitch, you know what, I was going to keep her anonymous, but because she put my name on her post publicly available for anyone to read, I'm going to go ahead and say her name. This bitch named Sammie, okay? She laugh reacted to her post, and at first I didn't think much of it, thought it was a mistake, because it happens. And then I forget which one of us looks at her profile. I think it was me. And I found out that she actually made a post, and I'll go ahead and read it. She made a post saying, "I'm all for you guys having your little small businesses and stuff, but selling Dollar Tree stuff for like $20 or more is fucked up." 2 laughy faces and 2 what the fuck ever those are. For the record, we did not buy anything from Dollar Tree for that basket. Okay, full disclosure, it cost like maybe $32 to even assemble that basket, and she's selling it for like maybe $40. So she's seeing like $8 in profit. So not Dollar Tree stuff. And then I made a status, calling her out but keeping her anonymous because I have a little bit of class. I said, "I've learned that some people really don't like it when you're doing better with your life, not to mention easily make at least 3 times more than they or their live-in boyfriend do combined, guarantee it. Troll with piercings, crawl under someone else's bridge." And I have like 14 comments under my post, totally just roasting this bitch. And then she saw that status, and then she said, "So my post selling cheap shit was about Vince, whatever the fuck his name is, LMAO. He posted something saying I'm poor and my piercings are down, blah, 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 LMAO, grow up. Since when are we attacking people's appearances? And I love how people from Hutch still judge me and try to act like they know anything about my life. My rent is 4 times the amount of any dumbass house in Kansas. Guess he was mad because I called him out. Some business, LMAO, and like a million fucking laughy faces." So...
Oh my god, you make the perfect gay voice. But seriously, she sounds like a fucking bitch.
She is a bitch. Nasty one, too. Sloppy.
Ew.
Right, you should look at her fucking profile. She looks like a troll, that's why I said it. For the record, I don't care if you have piercings, but if you're attacking my wife's business, I'm going to say troll with piercings, because you are a troll with piercings. You are a troll with piercings, and you do need to cross someone else's bridge and ruin their lives and drag them down with you. That's just my 2 cents, though. And for the record, who the fuck said I still lived in Hutch? People from Hutch. I'm not from Hutch. Okay, I live there part-time, okay? But I'm not from Hutch. Okay, fuck you. Insult me like that. See me attacking people's appearances. I'm not attacking your fucking appearance, bitch. I'm attacking your lack of education and how business works. Fuck.
You good there, sweetheart?
It's fine. I'll be fine. She's mad because I'm going somewhere with my life and she's not. You know what she does for a living? She likes to juggle cock for a living. I do something meaningful. Meaningful. And all her little friends were backing her up on her post too. And I'm not attacking her friends. I don't have problems with her friends. They can say whatever the fuck they want. My main focus is Sammie.
Well, yeah, if someone's trashing your wife's business, that's, remedial. I mean, it's not smart at all. Why trash somebody's business, especially if you don't know where they're getting their product from or why they're selling it? Don't we have to charge a certain amount for our business when we're doing stuff because of the product we buy?
Yeah, it's called profit. Not profit's supposed to go back into the business so we can service other people. That's how capitalism works.
How can you make a living if you're not sitting there having to charge a little extra for everything you buy and you put into the business from your own earned money that you work for?
Yeah, because that's time and effort you put into your service, right?
Key.
Bitch needs to go back to preschool or some shit to learn about this shit.
Maybe she should watch them at Sesame Street.
Maybe she should go crawl under someone else's fridge.
You said that twice now.
I don't give a fuck. Troll. No, she's miserable. Low-key ass miserable. I know she's miserable and she's jealous, and I know she's gonna hit this podcast and be like, I'm gonna play victim again. Look what he's saying about me, guys. And then it's funny because right after I made my post, she blocked me just to make this status, so I couldn't even defend myself, which is fine. But in my status, at least I kept her anonymous. She put my name out there for the world to see. And the way I look at it, it's free advertisement. I'm not losing shit.
I've had someone try to do that to me too, and in the end, it made them look like a fool.
Yeah, she was a fool. Anyway, yeah, she couldn't. Oh my god, I would love to see her afford an apartment in Dallas. I would love to see it. Afford that shit. Fuck. Okay.
My turn?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so tonight I am going to read a Karen story that came from a personal friend. If there's anyone listening that's a CNA, a CMA, anything like that in the medical field, let me know your opinion on what you think of this situation. All right, so here's the story from a personal friend. There are no names or anything put into it due to the fact of the HIPAA law. Okay, a resident's daughter is a high-maintenance Karen. She only allows staff to feed her mother's eggs and toast for breakfast and small amounts of meat and toast for lunch and dinner. She has been unhappy with the facility, and I've been the only one willing to take care of her mother. The daughter repeatedly got mad because I wouldn't take her mom to the dining room to eat because her mom has a broken hip. Instead, she is fed in her room. The daughter was trying to find whatever proof she could to get the facility for neglect. She even had her husband film the dining room with the residents and the living room. Staff called management about the HIPAA law violation. The daughter was called, and the daughter got mad at staff and said her husband only videotaped her mother's room. The same Karen also got mad when she came by and saw that staff had showered her mom and had washed her mom's hair. She left then. She called up the DON and chewed her out for her mom's hair not being curled and had been washed and brushed. That's it.
Well, she sounds like a bitch. She sounds like a Sammie.
She does. I mean, I can understand where the daughter wants certain things to be done, but she also has to look out for the interest that her mom has a broken hip. I've worked in rest homes before as a what do you call those? A dietary aid. And I know people that were either having a lot of health problems with their legs or getting into their wheelchairs or anything. They would not usually come to dinner and eat in the public because it's hard for them. How can they focus and eat if they're in pain? So they should be able to eat at their own leisure, laying in their bed or whatever they want. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, I mean, who's going to get mad at somebody for washing their mother's hair and everything and not curling it? It doesn't have to look pretty all the time. The poor woman's in a rest home.
Yeah, I mean, with all due respect, I mean, yeah, looking the part's one thing, but she's not there to impress anyone. She lives there. So
and it's sad putting people in homes because I've heard stories of a man going in and not even a year later his health went down and he was very healthy when he went in.
It happens immediately. Yeah. My grandmother, actually, who's barely in her 70s, right before she got put in a nursing home, she was very cognitive, very, snap to, very, very here mentally. But it's like as soon as she puts it, as soon as she's in the nursing home, her mind slips. I've noticed it. She's now in a wheelchair and she can talk, but she's not her.
She's depressed, probably.
I think it is depression.
Her mind's probably not where it used to be because she's not as snappy and kept up like she's used to be. And it's sad because I've also worked with disability people, and the same thing, even clients in their 20s, they're not as happy as you think they would be if they were at home with their family. And it's sad because a lot of their family just doesn't want to take care of them. It hurts me seeing that because if my daughter would still be here and she wouldn't have died, she could have very well had some disability problems or even had spinal problems. And as a father and as a person that's worked in that kind of field, I would be there to take care of her every single way. Even if I was doing it in my 60s, I would do what I had to. The only ones I can really understand is when parents get older and it gets hard. I can understand that.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's probably what they put in the air. It's in the air.
The sad thing is they really need to check the certain facilities they put their family members in, because some are really good, some are very strict about who they hire and everything, and then you have really shitty ones that don't actually care and don't pay attention to who they're hiring. I mean, I can't tell you how many. It's mostly women that work in the disability field, but it's sad seeing how many of these women they hire, and they're just trashy, druggy people taking care of them. And it hurts to see that because some don't care. I've had to call 2 women like that in for neglect.
Yeah, some nursing homes around this area probably need to be investigated.
Well, I was talking about a disability place, but yeah, nursing homes too. I mean, it happens both ways.
Yeah, but I feel like, okay, you know how the name Karen, because some people who are named Karen came from that generation, like earlier generations. What do you think a name for a Karen should be for our generation? I vote Sammie.
Of course you do.
Yeah, I'm still pretty salty about that. She's a walking tumor.
I think I would vote
Sammie.
Brittany. I don't know. There's something about the name Brittany that seems very bitchy.
No, I like the name Brittany.
Whatever. I don't hate anyone named Brittany. I just think it sounds like a bitchy, salty name. It's Brittany, bitches.
Oh, yeah. I still think it should be Sammie. The ignorance that she displayed on Facebook. People like that exist. Wow.
Is it true that she doesn't identify? And if someone wants to be a man and identify as a woman, or be a woman and identify as a man, that's perfectly okay. But what is pansexual? I don't understand it.
So, I don't. Let me look it up.
I don't understand it. I get a woman that feels like they want to be a man, or a man that feels like they want to be a woman.
Well, I think I know.
That's their life choice. I just don't understand the pansexual thing. I think that's. Are they into animals or something?
No. I think.
Thank God.
1 second. I think I know what it means.
Because that's ewy.
I think I know what it means, but I don't want to relay the wrong information. So I pulled it up. Pansexual, not limited in sexual choice with regard to biological sex, gender, or gender identity. Not limited. Yeah, I want to understand, but I can't. Pansexuality is a sexual, romantic, or emotional attraction towards people regardless of their sex or gender identity. Oh, okay, so it basically means that you can be a trans woman, trans man, bi, whatever you identify as. A pansexual will still like you.
All right, yeah, that's kind of like I have
no matter what you identify with. That's what that means.
I was gonna say, me and my wife have a friend couple that's into like polyamorous, which at first I didn't understand it, but
to each their own.
Yeah, I do understand it. Basically, it's a relationship, like a legitimate relationship, but among 3 people
or more.
or more. And I know they personally want to have a relationship with another woman, which I support them. But at first, I never did understand it. But
Well, because
I get it now. But I guess I get the pansexual thing now. So I was just confused because I didn't personally care that much. I mean, it's not my business, but I've always been a little curious to understand the whole meaning of it.
Yeah, like I said, I thought I meant what it was, but I don't want to say what I thought it was to misinform, so I had to look it up because I wanted to be 100% accurate.
The point of that in this episode is if she wants to be pansexual, that's fine, but she makes people that, I mean, like anything she's into, she makes them look trashy because she's just complete trash herself.
Yeah.
So the next Karen should be a Sammie.
And I feel insecure about the fact that people like that exist. That's the only thing I'm insecure about.
Point taken.
But I mean, it's embarrassing, honestly, like to be associated with someone like that. Honestly, like how can you? I don't understand it.
I do have another Karen story.
No, go for it.
I told it last week, but the audio was a little off.
Yeah, that was. I don't know what the hell that was.
So this is about the Home Depot Karen.
Ooh, go for it.
So, as everyone knows, we both own a business together. But with it being our first year, I have worked part-time at a Home Depot just to have a fallback in case something ever happened. Plus, I'm in the middle of trying to pay 2 vehicles off, so that little extra bit of money helps. Anyways, I got hired on 3 months ago. I was never told that I was seasonal to start out, and then I got told like a month later, so I kept trying to like get it to where it was put as like permanent part-time. And anyways, about 2 months in, this new assistant manager comes in that used to be assistant manager there years ago. And she seemed really nice at first. Turned out to be a royal fucking cunt. And I remember if you don't basically kiss her ass, she doesn't like you. So I was working in lawn and garden, and she tried being a dick to me in that department, and I never really listened to her. I listened to the actual assistant manager that ran that department. But I know when I wanted to switch because I was doing things that was hurting my upper back from an injury when I was 16, I asked them to switch. So I switched to a different department that she was under, and I didn't realize that. About a week and a half into it, she called me into the office, which this was actually yesterday, and she tells me, well, we're cutting all the... I'm trying to think what she said. We're cutting all the seasonal associates. We're not even keeping any this year at all, which I've never missed work. I've never been late. I did miss work in the very beginning, but I found out I was diabetic, and that because of that, my pancreas had an infection in it. So I missed a couple days. But besides that, I've never been late, no call, no show, and I've always worked my ass off. They've never complained about my work ethic. So anyways, she told me that they were letting everyone go and that we could finish out our shifts, which I can understand, but the attitude she carried with her was very unprofessional, and she always has this no matter who she talks to, unless she likes you. And come to find out today, they're also letting another woman that I thought wasn't seasonal go, and this poor girl is 6 months pregnant, and she doesn't have a lot of family to lean on, and sadly it hurts to hear that because, I mean, who's going to fire a pregnant woman? Like, seriously, that's very messed up.
Yeah, that's bullshit. I mean, I get why companies do it, but we would never do that.
No, even if we hired for seasonal work, but that's more like a lawn and garden, or not lawn and garden, I'm an idiot. That's more like a lawn service type thing that does seasonal. I mean, even if we did that, or we had a probational period, I mean, it would depend on really how they work. I can't stand shitty bosses like that. I mean, it just upsets me. As a person we're going to be hiring people soon, it upsets me because I never want to be a boss like that. And if I was, I hope someone would call me on my shit, because honestly, that's one reason I started my business, because I'm just tired of shitty people in management. I mean, management has become so shitty. I mean, it's always been shitty, but as an adult, you realize how more shitty it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand. The reason why major companies do that is because they view pregnant women as a liability. So they let them go or temporarily let them,
But one of the assistant managers, the one that was over Lawn and Garden,
hmm
is 9 months pregnant. And after next week, she will be going on leave. But she's 9 months pregnant and been working this whole time. 2 months ago, when she would have been 7 months, going on 8 months pregnant, she was lifting 40, 50-pound boxes. No one said anything about that.
Oh.
And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm not a womanizer, but I would never let my wife do that and stuff. Or I would at least,
Offer to
gesture.
help.
Yeah, offer to help or gesture. Like, hey, you need to be careful in what you're doing, just so you know everything's good for the baby. I mean, I lost my daughter last year, so I take pregnant things very serious. I mean, or pregnant situations. I mean, the situation of a woman being pregnant serious, because that's a life inside of them.
Yeah, for sure. But no, that's why a lot of companies do that. They're trying to protect themselves from liability, but it doesn't make it right.
No,
It doesn't make it right. But I mean, we would never do that.
No, never.
But yeah, because that's.
I had to bitch about her because she really is a typical Karen.
She sounds like it. She sounds like a slippery Sammie. That's what I'm calling her, slippery Sammie. She just slips right past it, doesn't she?
It's like slippery salmon.
Fuck you!
Oh my god. That's your new nickname from now on, Slippery Sammie. And from now on, we will refer to Karens from our generation as such.
Slippery
such,
Sammies?
like a fucking Slippery Sammie. What a bitch.
Fuck you!
Oh,
Slippery Sammie. Jesus. Ridiculous. Walking tumor.
Do you have any other Karen stories, sir?
Besides that one, no. Jesus. She needs to crawl back in her little hole where she belongs. And mind her own fucking business. And not drag others down with her in her miserable little pit of despair or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Self-pity, wallow, grossness. Just, ugh. I would love to, honestly, I would love to see her make it in Dallas. I would love to see that. Try that. Colorado Springs, Denver, what the fuck ever, wherever the fuck you live at, whatever fucking shithole you live in. I could do it. I could do it.
It's all about how you carry yourself, how hard you work, and how determined you are to make your life successful.
I get the feeling that she mooches off of other people.
Like I said, I've seen her Facebook. She doesn't seem very successful, and I'm not trying to be judgmental, but then again, I am being judgmental, and that's only because I am tired of just trashy people trying to put the other people that want to be successful down. I mean, that's, oh my God, I can't.
She's jealous.
It stresses me out so much that people have to hate on other people. I mean, just because they want good for their lives and don't want to just sit there and wallow in their own depression and self-pity and all that. I mean, I'm a very positive person. I still suffer with anxiety and depression, but I'm also very positive to the point I'm grateful for everything I have, but I'm also willing, I'm not cocky or arrogant or selfish. If I can help a person out, I will always give my help and my attention to people. No matter what it is, as long as I can do it and help them, I will do it.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
this world is selfish and there's a lot of people out there that don't want to do that.
Right, and people like that exist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I was looking for that post that she made, and I'm scrolling back, and it's pretty ironic because back in February she posted from our birthday this year, I'm asking for donations to National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. You're such a fucking shut the fuck up, hypocrite ass.
Yeah, who's going to sit there and say they won't want to do a donation thing for suicide and all that, but yet turn around and trash on people?
Mm-hmm.
How did she know that your wife, I mean, I know your wife's not, but how does she know if your wife's suicidal or not? I had a friend that hung himself 4 years ago, and I swear nobody ever thought he would do it. Like, he never made threats or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not because he had a tragic loss or anything in his life, or lost his job, that was thing, or he didn't have a kids and a girlfriend. I mean, he was just so depressed with his life that sadly he took his life, and nobody ever thought that would happen.
I feel like if Kayla was suicidal and she actually did follow through with it, and if Slippery Sammie actually did believe in suicide prevention, I feel like she wouldn't feel a damn thing. You can tell by her profile picture, she's very narcissistic, always has to have the last word in based on my experience with her this past week and a half.
But yet wants to make themselves look like they're a good person. They've never done anything wrong.
Oh yeah, what a fucking angel, my ass.
I mean, that's the perfect definition of a narcissist.
Yeah, narcissist. But no, she always has to have the last word in. She's always, what the fuck?
Hi.
Narcissist. Slippery Sammie.
I love you, double chin.
It's a gobble. Get it right.
Gobble gobble, bitch.
I don't give a fuck. I'll rock this fucking gobble gobble. Jesus. Rawr. Oh, what a cringy ass bitch. Okay.
I think you're having too much fun with this episode, sir.
It makes you feel good. Because it's not very often I get to vent like this. It's not very often I get to be human and have emotions. So, no.
Yeah, you kind of are like a robot in a way.
Well, it's because I have to be. But no, I caught her slipping up.
How the fuck do you have to be? That makes no sense.
Because on Facebook, we're not podcasting. I have to maintain a certain image because people aren't gonna.
That is true.
That's why.
I apologize.
So, but no, she caught me at the wrong day, and I am word vomiting all over the place because I can, just like she can, just like she can block me and I can't defend myself because she blocks me. Well, this is my defense. How's that? You're gonna be heard by thousands of people.
Hopefully.
Yeah, whatever. Point is, your name's out there, just like my name's out there. Here you go, bitch. Free advertisement.
So, I just thought of a situation. I had to be a Karen over this last weekend.
You gotta be a Slippery Sammie.
I had to be a slippery Sammie.
Fuck you!
I'll tell you what. So, I took my family up to Kansas City for the weekend just to have something to do. I mean, we had the whole weekend off together. Plus, we were picking up a Great Dane and stuff. That was 20 minutes outside of Kansas City. Anyways, we get up there and the day was great. We got over to the Sea Life aquarium and that's where it kind of went to shit because all the tickets were sold out. We've never been to a place like Sea Life or anything, so we didn't think, hey, because of COVID-19, buy some tickets.
Mm-hmm.
So we ended up taking the kids to Union Station and took them to the science museum over there, which is like right down the street. It's across from the memorial place where me and you took my kids a few years ago for the photography thing.
Yeah, okay.
So anyways, we take them to Union Station and everything. It's beautiful. I love that place. It was gorgeous. And it was awesome because we have a what do you call it? A member pass to another science place over in Wichita. We were able to get in there for free. So that saved us $64. Anyways, so that was fun. And then after that, I kept trying to find a hotel. I couldn't find a hotel for the love of God because of Memorial Weekend. I would think of all holidays, Memorial Weekend wouldn't be one that it's that busy. You'd think everyone would be at the lake and not in the city.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah. Well, I learned my lesson. I don't go on a lot of vacations.
All good. Proceed.
So after almost an hour and a half of being irritated by my kid clicking his tongue and trying to find a hotel, I took the kids to a park that had a big old penguin that they wanted to go see that my wife stuffed up to do with penguins. I have a son that's obsessed with them. Anyways, they're out there at the park. They're playing. I found one. I booked it. It was affordable. It seemed like a decent area. It was over by the KCI airport. And so we get over there. We check in. And as soon as I had to be a Karen. I really didn't want to, but I had to. As soon as I get up there, I'm checking in and everything. I expected the deposit to be $20 or $50 because that's what I've always paid at any hotel.
Mm-hmm.
I've stayed at a lot of hotels in different states. Anyways, she tells me $100. I look at her. I'm like, excuse me. She's like, it's a $100 deposit on top of what you paid through Trivago. And I'm like, excuse me. So she repeats herself again. I said, this is bullshit. I said, I've never had it. But she's like, well, this is our thing. I said, is it really, or is it because it's Memorial Weekend? And I looked at her and I said, just forget it. I said, I'll pay it but I will be taking pictures and stuff of the room, so you guys can't go in and say I messed anything up. And I will be coming up in the morning, and I won't leave until someone physically goes in there and checks it out, so I can get that back right away, because that's $100 I mean, it may not sound like a lot.
That is ridiculous.
But it is a lot in a way.
I mean, it's not, but it is. I mean, I get it.
Yeah. So, I mean, if it was $20, I wouldn't be so bitchy about it. So, anyways, we check in, we get the kids in. We were going to go out and do some more stuff and everything and explore Kansas City, because none of us have ever really been up in that area. And we were going to get everything checked in first, or like our luggage and everything, and then leave. So one of the things I always do when I go to a hotel is I check for bed bugs or anything, even roaches. I mean, you never know what you can find. So I'm sitting there, I have my flashlight, I'm checking everything, and we did a king bed, because this is all we could get. We did a king bed plus a little pull-out couch for the kids. And I checked everything. It all seemed to check out legit, except when I got to the side of the bed that I slept on, I found a bunch of scratch-off tickets between the box spring and the mattress, along with somebody's ID, somebody's like information for their card, I think to do with like a hotel or a casino or something. I'm not for sure. And then there was the other papers mixed in too. I took all that to the front desk, slammed it on the front desk, and started bitching. I'm like, do you guys not check your rooms? I said, and you expect me to pay $100 deposit, but you guys can't clean your room? I said, this is why I'm taking pictures, videotaping, and even recording this conversation, because I'm not going to sit there and have anyone say to me that, oh, this was something we did. So they were like, we're very sorry. We will definitely let our housekeepers know and all this. And I'm like, are you serious? And then on top of that, the next day when we checked out around 7:45, I happened to find stains on like the bottom of the sheets, like not the part you really lay on, but like the bottom of the sheets.
Oh, that's gross.
And they were yellow.
Oh no.
Yes. So no. I will never suggest that hotel. I can't think of what the name of it was. I know it was by Best Western. It was called like True something. It's right by the airport.
KCI?
Yeah, KCI. But it was, I had to be a Karen. I mean, come on, people. Take better care of your hotels. You guys were supposed to have a 3.5-star rating. I've stayed in 3.5-star ratings down in Dallas when I go down there for business, or I've stayed in Wichita. And those ones are always well taken care of. Well nice. I mean, even the clerks up front are nice. I mean, this lady was kind of a methy looking bitch. And I hate to say that, but it's true. I mean, she didn't really seem to care about her job.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my story about a time I've had to be a Karen.
There's no shortage of people like that. I mean, there is a national worker shortage right now because of Karens, but honestly, there's a time to be a Karen, or quote unquote Karen, and there's a time not to be a Karen.
You mean a slippery salmon?
Slippery salmon.
I mean the slippery salmon.
Potato. But no, I've never been impressed with Kansas City area.
No, I wasn't very much either. There was a lot of homeless there, which is not really bothersome as much as it's sad to see. But there were some shady ass characters too. And they didn't seem homeless. They just seemed shady as fuck.
Gross, trashy.
Yep. Yeah. So next time we go on like a mini vacation for a weekend, we go into Oklahoma.
Well,
or hell, even Dallas.
Oklahoma's not much better either. Yeah, we can always kick it. My place in Dallas.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Again.
But Oklahoma's not that bad. I mean, I've been to Oklahoma City more than once, more than a few different times. And never did I ever get that feeling when I was down there versus Kansas City. That's like my first time ever being to Kansas City since I was like 13. And I'm 28. So, I mean, that's over like 13, 14 years ago.
Right. But yeah, no, I've lived in Kansas City briefly. I've never been impressed by it.
Nope. Not at all.
I've never been. They need to clean their shit up, honestly.
Oh yeah, there was so much trash in downtown off the highways and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
And downtown was just kind of like ghetto as fuck. I mean, everyone wants to say bigger cities. I mean, they're with their metro area and everything. They're 1.9 million people as of 2019, and The metro for Oklahoma City is, I think,
Well over 2 million.
no, for the metro city, it's about 900,000.
For Oklahoma City?
Yes, for Oklahoma City, for the metro area, everything.
Oh, really?
And I've been in their downtown here a couple years ago, and I loved it. It was beautiful, especially Bricktown.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't trashy. Off their highways aren't trashy anywhere off I-35.
I've always had to pass through.
Even Tulsa. Tulsa's kind of ratchet.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not sure if that's the right word to use.
I've always passed through Oklahoma City. I've never really been in to explore it. I've always passed through, either to go to Texas or back to Kansas and all of that. But I've never had to go in and explore Oklahoma City.
Okay, so maybe I was a little wrong. I could have swore it said 900-some thousand. It's 1,396,445 people as of 2019.
I think you're thinking Tulsa, because Tulsa has about 900,000 people.
Yeah, that's probably what I am thinking of. Let me sit here and look this up.
No, I'm really good with numbers. I don't know what
9,901,561 people.
Yeah,
So,
you're probably
yeah.
thinking of Tulsa.
You
cool.
can kiss my brown ass.
Bend over.
You know what they say, once you go brown, you always go down.
I would like to participate.
That was a shitty comeback.
I didn't want it to be a comeback. I wanted to creep you out even more. 'Cause that's what I do.
I could never be creeped out by you.
Oh, yeah? You want to put that to the test?
Ooh, this is getting kinky.
Oh, God.
This is turning into the sexual show instead of the Karen show.
We need to take it easy on our listeners' ears. But
America is fucked.
America is fucked.
I love this country, but our mentality is fucked. We like some raunchy, funny shit.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. So let me clarify that.
Oh, the humor.
Because, yes, the humor.
Oh, yeah.
I love America. Don't get me wrong. I personally voted for Trump. Not everyone will agree with that. But I am a proud American. I love our soldiers for fighting for our country. And you got to love Toby Keith.
I'm not huge on country. I listen to either 80s or EDM. That's it. Maybe a little bit of rock. Yeah, but anyway,
The Karen show. The Karen show. Doodly 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 doodly. Yeah.
God damn you.
Hey, you're over there kind of snickering. I can see your face.
But I lost my train of thought because you're bullshit.
The Karen show.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go enjoy my apartment in Dallas while Slippery Sammie enjoys her fucking fucked up ghettoville over there in Colorado. We'll end it at that. That's all we have for today. Again, I am Vincent Rivera, and that was Christian Haskell.
Later, y'all.
Be sure to tune in a couple of weeks for more Wild Karen spotted in civilization. Give us a like, follow, and subscribe to receive the latest updates for future episodes. Holy shit. If you're interested in submitting your stories, email us at letmespeaktoyourmanager2021@gmail.com. Thank you again. Have a wonderful week.
Bye.
Bye.